between the New England Patriots.
Coach, thanks. CA Sports
you need that $5 startup
to
fee.
the Inner Harbor and M&T Bank Stadium here in Baltimore, Maryland. Today, it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store between the New England Patriots and the Baltimore Ravens. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson, and he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. The numbers on the ground for Carson last week: 10 carries, 74 yards, and a touchdown.
I was so glad you asked for a couple of offensive linemen to talk to before the game, because they told us that in last week's contest, everything was clicking. Didn't matter whether they were doing gap scheme, zone scheme, power, whatever it was working. And they expect more of the same in this game, although they're prepared for some adjustments by the defense they expect to see.
That one, a first down pickup of 8. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. On first down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be second down. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. On second down, it's Carson, and not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size and these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense, because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 33. That tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks. Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. That one good for 13 at a New England first down.
Watching that run takes me back to something a famous old coach once said. Any player he wants on his team, he wants him to be agile, mobile, and most definitely hostile.
He'll have a first down inside the 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Patriots drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. On for the point after is Randy Bullock. And he gets it to make it 7-0 Patriots. So that one, an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards. And the finishing touch was that nice long run into the end zone. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. So now the Ravens getting ready for their first go on offense. They'll be led out by the final pick of the first round in 2018 out of Louisville. It's Lamar Jackson.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there was also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
No, not yet.
First carry for Josh Jacobs.
What you trying to do?
Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits.
You know, you got to get
creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Throwing is Jackson. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Bilal Nichols. Able to get him down behind the line of scrimmage, and it will be 4th down. Here we go on 4th down with Jackson. Sliding out of the pocket. He may try and run for this. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. Giving 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down.
Not sure I agreed with the decision to go for it, but I definitely agreed with his decision to run it. He picked up that big 1st down. I think he let his head coach off the hook.
That's what I was just going to say. If there's anybody more happy than the quarterback picking it up, it's the coach that saw him pick it up. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say, we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
This pass complete. Jackson finding Andrews. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter.
Might as well go ahead and return this one.
So don't say nothing. Rush in, rush in. Rush in.
All right.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
On 2nd down, Jacobs. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. So they get half of what they needed. It'll be 3rd and 6 upcoming.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. Here's Jackson to throw. They'll roll him out right. He can run for it, and he will. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the 1st.
These type of plays are backbreakers for a defense. They thought they had him hemmed in, thought they were going to get him on the ground with the pass rush, but were unable to do so. He gets away, picks up a big 1st down, and sets up 1st and goal inside the 10.
1st and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. Here's Jacobs. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive if your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle, setting a tone early for his defense.
And he's going to ball his way down to about the 1-yard line. A nice run there, 8 yards, moves him much closer to the goal line now for 3rd down. They've gotten it to the 1. Can they get that final yard here on 3rd and goal? Jackson's going to try the sneak. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. It'll be a loss of 1, and that will bring up an interesting decision here on 4th and goal. They converted once earlier on this opening drive, but now comes a big test. 4th and goal.
Check, Mike 57, Mike 57.
I hate these 4 actions.
Mike 57.
They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson.
That dude is no shit in
This is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. A 2-yard touchdown grab as they are now on the board here in the 1st half. Big 4th down conversion for the score, and the defense, that is a tough pill to swallow.
Big time for them. How about them just deciding to go for it on 4th down? And, okay, forget the field goal, because that looked like an easy 3 points. Yeah, you might have had a defensive breakdown in there, but they pressed the issue and found a way to get it into the end zone. Give them big credit for that.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Patriot offense now set to come back out onto the field. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3-and-out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field. 9
yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Now it's Carson. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. That'll be a New England first down, a gain of 12.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38. They lulled them to sleep there, so to speak. That was all set up by the running game, wasn't it?
Another example of what all offensive coordinators tell us. When the running game's operating, it really opens up the playbook. And that's when they hit them with the play action. And you can see the defenders rushing towards the line of scrimmage, then scrambling back, trying to cover. Couldn't get there in time.
Well scripted. They had the big running play, now the big passing play. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. From 17 yards out, and the Patriots have taken the lead.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. A shotgun snap for Love. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. As his guys are in for 6. As his guys are able to regain the lead.
You want look, it showed
A
a
lot of people
pickup
might
date.
call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor in effect.
So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it's finished off by a Pats touchdown. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Well, you ain't sitting in no offense, huh?
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Tackle made there by Bilal Nichols. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
He'll buy some time right. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Check, 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 check. Check, check, check.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jackson nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
You better be ready next time.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film? A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
After the interception, it's Love. And he's got his man on the out route. And he's got this down to the 35. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Patriot first down. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Luck going to bring him up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game. From the gun, here's Luck. And he will find his man on the outside. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Here's Luck. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. They had about 5 sacks last week. We just saw their first one of this game.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And that's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the second quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big. And we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of halves.
Buying time to his left. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. To throw is Jackson. To throw again. Steps away to his left. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 27 yards there, a first down. So a challenge coming down from the booth, and that's where these challenges come from, of course, in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go. 57, Mike 57. Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense.
They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. Not time enough for a play and then a timeout, you wouldn't think. So with 4 seconds left, they're going for it.
All day, dog.
Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. Out. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. Lamar Jackson, as time expires in the first half, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. Big decision there. They say forget the field. And we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This is taken at his 4. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
You did what? Hey, well, what you do? Yeah. Okay.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You're probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect. But overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Well, pressure drops off as they look to throw. He's got his man. It's Andrews. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players. Somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
57, come on. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
At the 49-yard line.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time. And he's going to take this down close to the first as he's brought down at the Patriots' 44. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to 4th down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
This is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Patriots offensive unit. They'll have it first here to begin the 3rd quarter. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Now it's Locke. And he's going to have the hook up here with Harry. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to grade the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Here's Locke. And this is incomplete. Just his 2nd incompletion so far. He's 8 for 10. I think he'll take 80%.
There's no doubt that he will, but if you're the defensive play caller, you better circle what you just dialed up on your play sheet and come back to it because you just caused an incompletion. You need a few more of those.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down. Now a play fake, and it's Locke. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Now this is fielded in the end zone. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Once again, it's Jacobs. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
Wow.
On third down, Jackson. That's complete to Turner. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you can just put the ball on it and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. On first down,
oh,
Jacobs,
that is something.
and he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Jacobs, and not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second.
He said, football.
Play action. It's Jackson. High throw, but the catch is made. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball in the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. On 2nd and 12, Jackson flush to his right. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 27-yard line.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 12 yards the pickup there. Good for a Raven first.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Jackson, it's complete to Watt. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll run it with Jacobs. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Did your high school have that same push them back cheer?
I was a kicker.
Well, it certainly worked. Didn't matter if we were kickers or not. That one worked, didn't it? They pushed him back at his last snap of the ball, and boy, they created a nice play for themselves. Would they lose 3 on that one?
Yeah, from the 1 back to the 4. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal. They've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? Now it's Jackson toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage, after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
Oh, look at this. A flip to the kicker. He's going to try to run for it. And this winds up a disaster. Nowhere near the marker. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And the Patriots get the football back. I certainly didn't envision that. This late in the 4th, thought they'd just take the 3 and the lead. They went for the hammer. It didn't work out, though.
I'm trying to work with them. I'm trying to get into their mind right now and say, okay, why would we fake it here in hopes of getting 6 points rather than taking the 3 and taking the lead? Maybe they just feel like they have a better chance of holding on with a 6-point cushion to make them go the entire field and get a touchdown as opposed to getting the field goal. I'm trying here. I'm trying. It doesn't make sense. I'm just trying to help out.
And it didn't work, like we said. The 2nd down play, not much better than the 1st. Just a gain of 1 there. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. A well-hit ball there. 50 yards on the punt, 3 on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. On the ground is Jacobs to start the drive. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion, and both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Defensively, mission accomplished, and now with under 3 to go, they may be the last team holding the football.
They may very well be the last team holding the football, unless, of course, you're facing a group that is really aggressive offensively and may want to take a gamble, but theoretically, you've done your job now. You should get the ball back on a punt, but I'd be alert for a fake.
Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Well, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. The bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
All tied up. Less than 2 minutes to go. So the Patriots with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Back to throw. Love. And that is incomplete. Well, these corners, I tell you, they've done excellent work all game long.
They remind me of guys in the past who just said, hey, throw it out here 100 times. Nothing good is going to happen. And if you throw it in the wrong place, I'll take it the other way.
Taken in at the 22. He chucks him aside.
Dumped him.
Good blocking there. Nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And possession will switch hands. 1st and 10. They have gone to the 4th quarter, by the way, in that game in Cleveland. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Matt Ryan, 2 touchdown passes to lead the way. Now it's Jackson dancing to his left. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark, really, start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Jackson. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first.
I got kicked out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations. But a guy of his size can't really hide it. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Jackson. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Somebody block Sunshine
Great
over
job
there.
defensively. I
God,
think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the set.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 24. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the fourth quarter, and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Luck now to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this fourth quarter. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Luck. And he's got his man on the out route. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. Now Luck. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. 10 seconds to go. Now it's Luck. And he's going to go down again.
great sack.
And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
And it's been loud in here so far. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. They run the counter. Carson. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. I don't want to overhype it, but this is a big early season game, especially an overtime win. That could give you a big boost going forward in the season.
It certainly can, and I don't think you're overhyping it because cliches go out the window when you start to play overtime. And you're right, the winner of this game now, that's an extra boost moving forward. And it actually is an extra hurt for the team that loses because normally you shake it off. But in this situation, it lingers a little bit longer.
Well, he had 2 sacks earlier. Now he has 4 total tackles for a loss after that play.
Well, they obviously have to do a better job trying to block him. But short of that, you know what the quarterback has to do? Make sure he doesn't hand it to him when he's back there thinking he's one of his own guys. His quickness, his suddenness, his speed getting into the offense's backfield has been something else in this game.
A huge play there in overtime. 43 yards. What a luxury to have a tight end that can not only catch it, but then can run after the catch like that.
What was the old expression back in the good old days that they used to carry pianos on their backs when they were after they caught the football? Someone would stop and bang out a tune along the way as well. But nowadays, these guys are essentially bulked up wide receivers, and they're a full part of the passing game, and we see a lot of big plays as we just saw there.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. This is Carson. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down. And they need 5 yards on 3rd down here to keep this opening drive of OT alive. A shotgun snap for Love.
Oh, my God. Lost it.
It's a touchdown. An absolute stunned silence here as they have come in and stolen this one in overtime. Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime. A little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
Yeah.